I'm going to show you exactly how I make my custom embroidery patches for customers using felt. We're going to start off with this plastic sheeting, and this is the exact brand I use. I get it from Home Depot. We're also going to use two layers of Tearaway stabilizer along with Heat and Bond's ultra hold adhesive. We're also going to be using this felt, and this is going to be the firmer felt, not this craft felt that's a little bit more flimsy. This one is super firm, and I'm going to show you why I don't just use plastic for customers. So this Chiefs is the one I made with felt, and the Kings is the one I use just for plastic. The exact same method went into making them. It's just one use felt, one use plastic. The Kings is perfectly fine. You can use just plastic if you're doing this for yourself or for someone you're going to immediately adhere it to. But if you're using it for a customer that you're going to send, please use felt because it's sturdier, it's stronger. It's just for a better presentation. So I'm using my magnetic hoop, and it's Embroidex magnetic hoop, and I'm doing the first placement stitch. And this is important. Do your first placement stitch. Then you're going to use some basting adhesive, and then you're going to put that felt down over that placement stitch. But then what you're going to do, you're going to go back and set it back to the origin point because you need the placement stitch done again. And the reason for that is because you're going to use this placement stitch as a cutting guide. So this is it completely cut off, and that placement stitch helps because of the fact that you want to make sure that felt is not showing. Even though you're doing a satin stitch, you still don't want it to show. So now what I'm doing is doing the regular double applique method where I'm just laying two different pieces of vinyl down, and then we're going ahead and stitching it out. So once that's done, I'm going to go ahead and tear away that back stabilizer, but be gentle. Like, you don't want to rip seams and rip stitches along. And the same thing is with the front. Just make sure you're doing it very gently, especially when it comes to this sheeting as well, because you don't want to rip stitches. So just be careful. So that was the final result. And I never record this part. Whenever I'm not using gloves, I definitely do sanitize my hands whenever I get started on a project. As you can see, it's 2 different days, but I'm placing this on the ultra bond or ultra hold adhesive, and I'm just cutting along, and you have to make sure it's lined up perfectly. So this is the back, and that is the part, the rough side is the one you place the patch onto. And again, it's really important to make sure that you're cutting it to size because you want to make sure that that adhesive covers every inch of your patch. And again, that top sheet is just butcher paper, so it just protects my heat press. So we're going to let it cool. Let it cool for at least like 15 minutes. And you want to make sure that, look, you see here, there's no parts lifted. Make sure there is not a single part lifted because that means it hadn't adhered well. And you can cut it or you can just tear it off, but I leave the backing on there just in case. And please remember, I do sell these custom patches on my Etsy shop and my Purposely Prepared website. So both of those can be found if you go to my YouTube page and go to the link in my bio. You will see this plethora of options to choose from to have your own custom embroidery patches made. As always, see you in the next video.